Hi, Bill here. Today I'll be reviewing, as I said in the last video, the upgrade stroke repair kit for Newage H9 Agamenmnon. Okay, that's the Megatron, the one I just did the other day there. So this is the eBay seller I got from. Now, I've bought stuff from this guy before, so go to his. Obviously it's reliable from the things I've got from him, so go to his and see what anything that takes your fancy and you can get it from him. Okay, so that's that, and here is the kit here. I think it's Newage, from what I heard. Well, I'll open this. I think it's Newage. I think it comes with one of the Seekers. What's Thundercracker Skywarp. This is supposed to come with, but I only got Starscream. That's the only one I really wanted. Enough to get into this, I don't know. Hold on to open this up again. Just be careful when you're using sharp tools. I tried to get into this, but apparently some sellers will sell these things independently of. Oh, this has got a lot of shrink wrap in it. As you can see, there's something there. This is getting to the blooming thing. It seems to be causing a challenge. And there, I don't know if that was all off screen, it's a set of legs. And what's different with these legs, these parts are different. I'll show what's different on it if I can. These parts, because it's got a little hinge there. Well, another one, it's just one piece. See, there's a little hinge there. And when you open the legs out, they actually go back the way. And what also is different from them is they've actually got a swivel at the upper part as well. So they don't just go back the way, it now moves back the way, I think. Yeah, it goes back the way. And that piece is different. That whole piece there is different, so you can flip that up like that. So you can move the legs that way. The back you can't, but the front you can. I think there's a bit there as well. Does it come down as well? It does. You can raise and lower it too like that for some weird reason. You can raise and lower it apparently. So it's got lots of different features. It's got a slider bit on it, that's different. It's got them little extra bits there that you can fold away that the other one doesn't have. It's got obviously got the perfect ball joints, and it's got an upper leg swivel as well, which is really cool. Now obviously you've got to take some parts off and apply them to this figure, so I'm going to do that. But before I do that, I missed some things out in my main review that I'll have to show you off. I'll have to show off, okay? Just a couple of little items, and then we'll go on to transferring the parts from Agamenmnon onto this. Then we'll apply it, okay? But yes, yeah, some nice, definitely a greater and better upgrade kit. This is what I'm saying. It's just a standard one. It's not a shiny metal. It's not golden lagoon. This is the only thing you get. So just be wary of that. If you ever get the figure, you have to get the standard one that this will actually go with. Right, give me a minute. Right, the first thing, when you take this off, you see that little peg there? It can actually fold away to give it a much cleaner look. Okay, so there's not peg sticking out the side, it's a bother to get back out. You just slide it up and apply the fusion cannon. So that actually is one thing I forgot to show off, is that peg that the fusion cannon sits on actually folds away to give it a much cleaner look. That's cool. Okay, so I'll get that back out of there when I can. Hold on. The other thing I forgot to show was they revealed the shields in his pistol mode. The one I had to go with this one. See, the orange tip, the orange tip. I don't think they're the same size. The barrel looks the same size almost. I don't know if I think that's too big for the extension pieces for this to go over that. I think that's just too big. It looks like it's way too big. Yeah, it is. It's way too big. That just sticks up too far, so it wouldn't fit on that, I don't think. I could try it. Give me a sec. Well, right. Well, it doesn't fit all the way in, but you can get it to sit in there. And that's as far as it'll go. I didn't put it in any further, I'll get really stuck. So you can put that on, but that... so it does fit on it, but it won't go all the way in like it does with Agamenmnon, because you can fit that right in like that. So it doesn't go all the way in, but it does fit on the end of the barrel. But that piece that I said it's too big is preventing it from going all the way in. If you do, you would end up with it stuck in there and wouldn't be able to get it back out. But it can fit. It can fit on it, just can't fit right in. So there we go. That's that. Don't think that bit comes off. So that's what you can do with there. Oh, and this piece I forgot to show. This actually comes off, so you can actually take that off as well. So parts do come right off. This thing comes right apart. I've never known it to come right apart before, but this thing seems to come right apart. Just clip it back on. Okay. Right, now to go on with the main thing I'm here to review, which is, I'll get this back to robot mode and then we can put the new legs on. Okay. Right, before I'll show you the differences up close. If this thing ever comes in, you can see the difference there with the I mean, that's got detail and that hasn't so much detailing on it, but that's got a better flap and that's got a slidey bit on it to obviously give clearance. That doesn't have any slidey bit, and obviously it's got the upper leg swivel. This doesn't have any leg swivel. I mean, there is detailing on the inside of it, I guess. This one doesn't. This has that. This one doesn't, but it's definitely a better set of legs, I would say. Okay, so first thing I've got to do is come round to the back, lift the back up, and you'll see that mushroom peg. Just slide it off the peg, take that out, set that part aside, and there we go, you've got that. So you don't want to put them on yet, just yet. You can move them out the road. And what you want to do is have them configured so they have the screws exposed there, because you're going to unscrew parts. First thing you want to do is, there's a mushroom peg there, because you want to take the feet off, is you just take it out the mushroom peg, take that foot off, slide that round, do the same with the other one, because you're going to have to take the feet, transfer the feet across as well. Take the feet off. That's it. Then move that round there, and where's this other one? Move that round there. So what do we do here? Okay, so we'll put them on in a minute. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to do what we're going to do. We unscrew. So one screw. So yeah, doing a bit of M-go there. So I hope I can zoom that in. So all you got to do is undo them, take them off, unscrew these gun parts, take it off of there, take that one off and unscrew this part here. I'll probably just do one at a time so I don't get the wrong side on. Whoops. Make sure it's fully off. This one doesn't want to come off. Ah, there we go. So we'll do one at a time. I want to make sure I've got the right side. So that's for the right one. Okay. Let's see if we can put the right feet on it. Try to figure out what feet that is. I should have looked at it before that. Ah, that's for that foot. Okay, we'll get the right foot. Yeah, that's for that one. So what you want to do is just slide it on there. Tight fit, and that's that foot on. See? You want to do this. Put this bit on. Have this on here. Why this doesn't want to go in there, I do not know. I hope if I get it around the right way. It helps if I got it right round the way. So put that on the inside like that and screw it back in. I think the screws are the same size, I'm not sure. And screw that back in. Hope that's all in focus. There we go. And that'll just tab on there. That's one done. And that goes back there like that. There we go, that's one foot. And then we'll do this. We'll put this in. What side does it go on? Does it go on the outside? Yeah, it does. So what you do is you put that in there. It doesn't want to, I don't think I've got a magnetic screwdriver. I'll show you one and I'll do the other off camera. So I'll show you how to do one because the other's just the same. Okay, so you just screw that in. And there is that foot done. Is that leg done? Okay, so I don't know if that was out of focus or off camera, but the part fits there. That bit fits around there like that. And you can rotate this part, I think. It's a bit stiff. It can go there and close up into there. And you can have the foot sitting there. So that's one leg done. We do the same with the other one. Okay, and I'll show you how to detach it. Give me a sec. And here is the legs done. The only QC issues I see is this bit sliding up and down. It's going to be a bit loose, so when it's on the figure it will slide up and down a bit much unless you tab it in. Once it tabs in, when it's more secure, I guess, but when it slides, it's supposed to tab in anyway. It does tab in, believe you me. There it is. It's tabbed in there, so it stays in one position when it's tabbed in. But it easy comes out though. It does easy come out, doesn't stay tabbed in. But and this is a ball joint, and that's a bit loose in mine. It kind of swivels independently of it, which it's supposed to, but it's not very tight. And you've got to adjust the upper one and get that right. Otherwise you could have this in funny sort of angles like that. So it's a bit annoying. It's a pity that isn't a bit more stiff, but it's just a wee bit kind of loose on mine. That leg. This one's not so bad, it's just this one. But that's the only kind of issues I'm finding with it. And of course the slidey bit there could loosen over time. It's loose as it is, but there we go. Anyway, I'm rambling. So all you do is just push that onto there. And there you have your Megatron. And you lower it. You push it up like that. You tab it in. Or you tab it in there. And that's him. Although it does leave him with an awful thin waist like that. I don't like that. I don't know if there's a bit you can tab it in higher up. You see the tab ones, the tab bits are only there. I don't think you can. You can definitely fold these in. Right, they actually raise up as well. They're very articulated, so you can actually fold that in as well like that. And it's on a kind of hinge, double hinge joint there. You can raise it up. So you could actually fold that in, raise it up. Well, actually, it would have to be folded out because you wouldn't get the tab to go in if it wasn't that. So you could raise it up. And these actually are on a separate swivel bit as well. See that there in a swivel hinge as well. You can see that, so you can raise that up and it should tab in. So you can lower it like that and it'll tab into that little bit there. And unfortunately you can't have that folded up because there's no clearance for the tab to go in if you try and do that, so that's not going to work. But you can have these up like that, and there's your Megatron there. So that's how that works. Is a double swivel hinge, a double hinge, sorry, not swivel hinge, on these skirt pieces, on the side skirt pieces that you can adjust. So you can have it, you know, closer so you don't lift that ugly little bit in the middle. So that's pretty cool. You just lower that and there you go, there's your Megatron. Looking really cool. And there he is. Right, let's get on to articulation. I'll have to unhinge these to show you the articulation because it's not going to do it with them attached. So you've got back right up there like that, where you didn't before. And these are the legs. Obviously you've got the upper leg bit, so you can get it right up. You can lift the skirt now and have it right forward. So forward like that. So obviously there's a KO to the side, like that, and stuff like that. It has that weird hinge there. And yes, this bit can raise and lower. And you have to try and adjust it back to there. And I don't know where these lock in actually. I don't think they do lock in. I thought they locked in. Ah, like that. Right. There we go. So yeah, definitely better. I'll show it off in transformation to gun mode because there's slightly different transformation pieces. I'll not go through the full thing. I'll get to the part where you do have to interact with these pieces, right? It's mostly the same, but it's mostly for these pieces that are different. And this bit here, and the slidey bit. So the legs are the same, no difference there apart from the swivel bit. But there we go, give me a sec, I'll get it half transformed to gun mode. Right, just one thing, part transformation. Make sure this middle bit there, I think it's unlike the other one, it's kind of a D shape. I don't know, it's hard to see the D shape. It's a kind of a D shape there. It's kind of a D shape there. So make sure that's down there, and you can rotate it to fit under there for the legs to hang down to form the handle of the gun. It can only go one direction, don't try and force it to go the other way. It can only go one direction. I think the other one you might have got it going in two directions, I'm not sure now. But I think with this one, it only goes one. It's like a D kind of shape. So make sure it just goes in that direction with the curve on it. Okay. Right, here it almost is. So this bit, make sure, because of that double hinge, make sure it's down completely, and you'll just line the tab up with the hole, and it just tabs in like that. Okay. So because remember that double hinge that you didn't have before on the other leg, just make sure that it goes flat down, and the tab lines up with the little hole it goes into, and that's it. And you just put this bit into the two holes in that leg too, and that's you complete. Now before I do that, I'll show this bit off. I can bring the trigger forward. That bit there is a lot cleaner. It doesn't have a hole there anymore. There's a little hole before. I'll show in the old legs, because this is obviously what it would look like in gun handle. There was this kind of V-shaped hole, upside down V-shaped hole. I mean, it didn't really show it much because you've got the trigger sections here, and you know, it's hidden behind the kind of trigger bit and all this kibble, so it wasn't really that noticeable. But if you like a lot cleaner sort of look without a big gap there, you now have that with these new legs. So it's a little bonus, I guess, compared to what was before, what came as standard with it. So all you do is just plug that into these like that, and that's it complete. That's his gun mode, and he kind of cleans up pretty nicely. You do have the extra bits, like I said, it is kind of wobbly in places. There is that slider bit in the midsection is worrying, because it could loosen up over time. I mean, it will peg into the legs, so it will have some sort of, but they don't, you know, snap in tight. They will come loose. So if they snapped in, pegged in tight, it'd be really cool, but they don't. So that's kind of worrying. And you've got the, what else is there? There's the leg parts, and that bit doesn't seem to be wanting to tab in that very well. But that's it. That's basically in gun mode. I'm not going to put it into all its gun parts, because you've seen it all before in the previous video. It's just the same. There's no difference. The bits there are just the bits carried over from the other legs, so you know that if everything fits together just exactly the same. I could put a little sight on it, I guess. It's just the same parts, so it'll just fit the same, and that's him. Okay, there we go. We extended it. Right, so I'll get it quickly back into robot mode and end the video. Okay. So there it is. So that, yeah, you can see it's set up a diorama there for Optimus Prime and Megatron. So that has been this review for the Newage repair stroke upgrade kit for H9 Agamenmnon, or however you pronounce it. Like I said, there's a few bits. The slider for the midsection, if it doesn't peg in, if you don't get pegged into the legs, these side skirt parts, and they managed to hold in there. They don't clip in there solidly like, they don't hold, you know, you can't be rough with the figure, and they will pop back out. That could be an issue. The upper swivel part of the legs, with one it's loose, so you get that bit, sorry, it was off screen, so you get that bit there that swivels independently of that. You get that bit that swivels independently of that, so you get that, and you've got these kind of swivel joints there. You've got this joint here raises up, raises and lowers. You've got a ball joint in there, you get a swivel joint there, so it's quite a lot of joints close together, so that can go all sorts of directions, and it can mess it up when you're trying to get it in certain poses or certain ways, or transforming it and that. So it's a bit too many joints close together, and this one happens to be a bit looser on mine, this leg, so it's just getting everything lined up and together in the right direction to line other parts up. It can be a bit fiddly and annoying at times. But apart from that, it's definitely a cleaner look. It's definitely better. Definitely get more poses. The downside, of course, is it only comes for the standard version. Doesn't come for the Golden Lagoon version. Doesn't come for the shiny metallic one. Just the standard one, like I've been saying for the last video or two, and including this one. So that's the downside to this upgrade kit. I think it comes with the Seekers, not Lucifer, but one of the other ones like Thundercracker, Skywarp. I've read that this upgrade kit for Megatron comes with. I'm not sure, but obviously you're going to get YouTubers which I got this off of that sell it independently, and that doesn't break the bank. I didn't pay that much for that, but you might get some that are like that, but you just have to use your own initiative when you're buying these things, as always, from YouTube. So that's that. Okay, the only other figure I'm getting, there might be two, is Smith's Toys. It seems to be advertising the Back to the Future crossover Transformer figure, Gigawatt, in there. They'll be getting it in. I don't know how often they'll get it in, or how quickly it'll be sold out, or how many of it they'll be getting in. So it just depends. I could order it off Kapow Toys, see what price they have, but apparently the price of it isn't as dear as what I thought it would be. The other Transformer crossover figure is getting Top Gun Maverick, but seeing as that film's pushed back, I don't know when the figure's coming out. It might be pushed back to closer to the release of the movie. One's got nothing really to do with the other, apart from being the jet and the figure from that movie, but there we go. I don't know if they want to release it closer to the movie or not. Hasbro, I'm not 100% sure on that. But if it is, if that's what they're doing, the movie's not delayed till probably next year, as far as I can see. So the figure probably delayed till next year. I don't know that. They said September, October, November type, but we'll have to wait and see. So, but if it is this year, or this coming months, I'll have that, definitely. That's in pre-order. But the Gigawatt I haven't. It's just a case of trial and error, whether I have enough of the figure in at my store, and if scalpers will be picking them up and they'll not be able to get it, I don't know. Or if Kapow Toys will even get it in, I don't know. Although they've recently said something about their delaying with orders because of COVID situation. They've had a recent message up on Facebook saying things with Kapow Toys and Hasbro and all that, so that doesn't sound too good. So I don't know, the big question mark over Gigawatt, whether I can get it, or where I can get it, and how soon I can get it, or how long it takes me to get it, depending where it is. I mean, if it's at Smith's Toys, if it happens, it's just a chance of game of chance of it happening to be there and picking it up, or Kapow Toys. Although you have to read the recent notification they've said about things could be delayed because of COVID. So you'll have to read that and read into that what you will. But that's what's happening, but there's not much more to come after that. I think that's basically about it. So this is going on for half an hour. Always long-winded, I know I am. But that's that. So that's me. Like I said, it's not terrible. That I mean, there is disadvantages, like I've pointed out before, and the big disadvantage is it's not for the other colorations of the figure, the Golden Lagoon, the metallic one, the shiny metallic one. It's not out for. That's the big downside to it. But and there is a few QC, little, well, not QC, but kind of issues that I've already described. So that's that. But that's me. It's a fantastic little figure. Definitely the only other gun Megatron is that revealed the shield one, and it's definitely worth picking up. But you do have to get the upgrade kit, whether you get that, whether you have the Seekers that supposedly comes with. If it does come with it, I don't know, don't quote me on that, or you get it from some eBay seller that happens just to sell that kit on its own. I don't know. It's up to you it's up to you how you want to go about acquiring that. So that's down to yourselves, of course. Right, I better go. This thing will go on for an hour if I keep talking any longer. That's me, guys. Thank you very much. Catch me next time. Now, look, YouTube doesn't, because I've copper, YouTube doesn't give you notifications. You'll just have to manually check when I get these figures next. Like I say, it could be Gigawatt if I get it in November, or whenever it happens to be in Smith's Toys, if I get it at all, or Kapow. But you have to read what their statement is lately about delays with stuff. So it's whenever I get that, or the Top Gun Maverick. Okay, so that's me. Bye for now. Bye guys. Thank you.